Welcome friends from YouTube land, TwoGunTerry here out of Great OK Corral in Okeechobee, Florida. It is an overcast day, rain threatening all around us, humid. I'm already sweating on my glasses. I haven't even taken a single shot yet, but we're out here to get our practice, and we got Area 6 coming up next week. I'm shooting 4 guns in that match. My rimfire rifle, which I just made GM. So I'm bumped up into a class where I'm the slowest GM out of all these great shooters, but I'm going to shoot it anyway, see where I stack up. Rimfire pistol open, which I'm mid-master class with that pistol. Hoping to at least walk away with some wood with that. I'm shooting my PCC over it for the very first time. So I currently shot it, well, in my first major. I've shot it in a single match so far. Got me an A classification. So we'll see how we do with that rifle. And then I'm also shooting my trusty open gun in the B class. So I've been stuck in B class with the open gun for a long time because I never practice with it. I just go out and shoot it in a match, and I've been getting second and third places in the B class by doing that. But today we're going to work on shooting this gun. So the main problem I'm having in my transitions from target to target, I shoot them pretty well. I hit the targets. It's not the problem. The problem is a 1.7 second draw. It's taking way too long to get my first shot off. So that's what we're here today to practice. We're going to be shooting my STI DVC open gun. You guys have seen me shoot this before, especially in USPSA, which is what this gun is designed for. It's a little heavy for Steel Challenge in my opinion, but I move it okay. That's not the problem I'm having at this point. It's all about that draw. So it's a stock gun. The only change I've made is an oversized ledge here on my safety, so when I grip the gun, my thumb takes the safety off and sits down on there. Let me see if I can show that to you. I like to put when the safety, you start with the safety on, come up out of the holster, drop the safety as you're getting your grip, and then your thumb will ride right up on top of that safety. So the oversized ledge helps a little bit. And I may have changed the spring out of this gun. I don't remember. I was experimenting with lighter loads to try and get some faster second and third and fourth shots, but I believe I went back to the factory, so I think I'm back to my 15, let's see, what is it, a 12-pound factory spring, 11, 12? I believe it's 12-pound factory spring, but don't quote me on that. I don't have a Steel Challenge stage set up for us. They have a big match going on here, but the range master was nice enough to give me a bay to practice on anyway. And I got a plate rack, so that's good enough to get to practice with the draw. So 6 plates about 10 yards away, and let's see how we do. Typically you start from the surrender position. You hear the buzzer go, are you ready, stand by, beep. You come down, pull the gun up out of the holster, come up. At this point I'm taking my safety off, but I'm not going to do that for this demo. The other hand meets up with the gun, and I should be ready to fire. Make sure your lock is off on your holster. If you have a lock to keep your gun in place, make sure that's off so it can come up out of the holster. It's embarrassing when you pull up and your pants and your belt and everything goes. All right, let's see what happens here. Yeah, that felt like it took forever. And that was a 1.57, so it did take a long time. We want to get our drawers to a second or less. So I'm still 0.6 of a second away. In rimfire rifle or pistol, from a low ready at 0.6, I've already hit my first target. Never mind having to make that up, but let's keep trying. That was a 1.38. Took 0.2 off, getting better. .56. 1.34. See what happened? I have my lock on. I did that on purpose just to show you the example, but that's what happens when you have the lock on. It's embarrassing. Okay, I didn't do it on purpose, but it is embarrassing. 140. Take this last plate out and then we'll talk about it. And a 162, that was terrible. Alright, so that time I was doing my normal, like this. Ready, get set, go. Boom, boom, boom. This time, I'm going to bring my hands around a little bit further. Bring this onto the brim of my hat and put this one back as close as I can to my shoulder. So I just have to do this. Problem is I have a bad shoulder, so I can only go back so far. So we're going to try it as far back as I can go comfortably and see what happens. See, now right now I can feel it hitting my gun in a different place. It's not hitting it up here where I'd like to hit. Maybe I got to set this back further. Alright, let's see what happens. $159. Took me a minute to find my dot and get that shot off. 169. It's actually going slower. I'm not landing on the gun correctly. 131, but I missed the shot, so maybe I do have, maybe we are onto something. Let's see. Try it again. $135, okay, better. Do it again. $137. Two more times and we'll talk about it. $130. 130 that time. One last time. $126, but I missed my target. Do it again. $137. Okay, so that felt awkward, is a fair way to say it, I guess. First thing I was having was I'm thinking about where my hands are instead of thinking about the target and where I'm going to go, and thinking about where my hand's going to hit. I'm thinking about, do I want it here? 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 So those were, that was going through my mind on the first few for sure. Then I started to combat that. I didn't eliminate it, but I started to slow that thought down. And then I started thinking about where am I landing on my gun. And I was landing way, I don't know where I was landing. I was just missing it behind the gun. So this whole thing is, it's not canted correctly. It's not set right. I got to do some adjustments here. Hard to do that one person, by the way, but I'm going to give it a try. So I'm bringing my hand to about the center of my visor. It's got to be above your shoulder. It is. This hand I'm bringing back as far as I can, and I'm trying to do that. Let's try it again. Hand far back. You got to practice it. That's what practice is for. So that was one thing. The other thing was I felt like I was just rushing everything. I could just feel everything bouncing all over the place and rushing and doing this. It's not smooth. It doesn't feel smooth and well rehearsed because it's not well rehearsed. I'm just doing it for the first time. You need to build up repetition. It's memory, muscle memory, so-called muscle memory. But actually wiring your brain to tell your hands exactly and eyes what to do. Let's try it again. We'll try it one more time. I like it when both hands move at the same time, like that. Stand by, beep. long as my hand hits like that, I'll be okay. Alright, let's see what happens here. First plate. Dot was on, just didn't see it. Bad grip. Bad grip. No dot, bay means bad grip. $139. Oh, I hit it, but it didn't go. 132. 132. I'm gonna hit it again, make sure it goes this time. That felt good. 130. See if we can get a 1-2 something out of this. 130. I can win B class with a 130. 165. So I don't know what's changed now. Is it because I'm thinking of multiple shots? Why did I add 3/10 back on? I'm not sure. $161 for both of them, so that's a good sign. Yeah, first shot was a 134, second shot was a .27. And I didn't even know I was going to go for 2 that time. Let's see what happens here. Nice, solid, strong grip that time. Everything was perfect. I don't think the time was that good, but it was a perfect. I hooked up to the gun perfectly that time. Oh, I'm wrong. 123. So it felt perfect that time. I have to master what I just did. So what did I just do there? Let's talk about that for a second. Make sure my safeties are on. Alright, so what happened was when I did my thing here, remember to keep my hands back. I wasn't thinking about this at all. I came right down onto the gun perfectly. I didn't hit the beaver tail. I didn't fall way back and have to come up. I didn't have to adjust the gun right or left or up or down. I just came down onto it perfectly. When I did that, I had a good grip. It felt tight. I came up. I had a perfect purchase on the gun itself, the grip especially, and it made a big difference. A 123, and it was an effortless 123. And I thought that was slow, so that told me there's room for improvement from the 123. But one thing at a time. Let's just see if we can start getting those 120s regularly. So that's interesting. When I add multiple targets, not just the one shot, but going for second, third, and fourth, it's adding tenths. I'm not sure what that's about. Let's keep shooting and see if that stays that way, or if it's just maybe I'm just shooting slow, thinking about more than I normally do, or thinking about more than I normally would on a single shot. Thinking is the worst enemy to speed. Has to become subconscious and second nature. .315 for all of them. A 166, so terrible. Interesting. Very interesting. These are the kind of times I'm getting in Steel Challenge. Same type of results in the 3s and 4s. I don't know if I have an occasional 2 maybe, but with a 1.6 draw, just the draw, if you shoot the whole thing in a 1.6 or 1, yeah, I mean that's a 320. So it's the draw is where I can make up the most time. Not something we didn't already know. And now how come I got it? How do I translate it? sweat in the eyes is another enemy to good shooting and to good concentration. Did you see all that? Blah, 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 blah. And I didn't have a dot on I didn't see the dot. It wasn't turned off, it just wasn't in the sights. Too bad of a grip. The grip is poor. Do it again. I have plenty of rounds left for a couple more. Let's see. Goobats! What's happening, Steven? $132. $130, getting better. $141. I don't know if that was on film or not, but that was friggin' awesome. That gun was like this in my hand as I was coming up out of the holster. By the time I got it there, the grip was perfect. That's called luck. There was no skill involved other than trying to dial that sucker in. So watch yourself for a second there, brother. I'm trying to get my hand back further, but my shoulder hurts. But my shoulder's been killing me for a year, so I'm having trouble. Wasn't terrible. 126. Very respectable. So I mean, it feels good for one shot. So that's all I have for now. Thank you for stopping by, and remember to like, subscribe, and do what?
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.
Are you ready?
Bank